Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Pierce Field in Arlington for today's broadcast by Arlington Community Media, Inc. of girls varsity soccer. A big matchup today for the Arlington Spy Ponders as they face off against the Reading Rockets. I'm Ken Kohlberg on behalf of ACMi, and I'm delighted to be here on a beautiful afternoon. The Rockets are one of the only teams that came out of Arlington last year with a tie against the very tough Spy Ponders in last year's championship season for the Spy Ponders. Arlington starts the game up top with Abigail Ewan. Arlington has a record going into the game of 3 wins and no losses. Number 9, Ewan, has 7 goals already on the season, and here the Spy Ponders look to make it 4-0. She's a senior captain on the hunt. And we are underway as Reading kicks the ball out of bounds, and it's going to be Arlington ball inside the half. Up front with Abigail Ewan, the senior, is a sophomore, number 25, Sophie Morris. Morris heads the ball and tries to get it across. She can't quite make it across. And it's played by the freshman Sophia Sala. Sophia Sala dumps it over to Natalie Fayola, and she's muscled off the ball by number 7 for the Reading Rockets, Alexis Brown. The Rockets have 2 spectacular players that are returning this year from last year, one of whom is Alexis Brown, a sophomore, and the other player to watch for the Reading Rockets is number 13, Kayla Jose. Is Kayla out there? We don't. Yeah, she's out there in the. Looks like she's in the backfield at left center back for the Reading Rockets. Kayla was nothing but trouble last year for the Spy Ponders in both of the contests. The Spy Ponders played the Rockets twice last year. The first time they beat them 2-0 on the road in Reading. But as I mentioned, in the second game, Reading came into play, and that game was on October 18th of 2017 when the Rockets, as I mentioned, came out with a tie in the game. So not much happening in the early minutes. Let's take a look at the Arlington lineup. The Arlington starting goalie is a freshman, Claire Ewan. She's the daughter of, she's the sister of Abigail Ewan. And she is a freshman starter, very versatile athlete, multi-sport athlete like her older sister. In the backfield, at left back, it looks like we have number... Let's see. It looks like that's number 16, Michelle Mahoney. Morris tries to dump it in. There's a ball into Ewan. Ewan sends it over to Fayola. Fayola with a drive, but she didn't get too much on it. And the Rockets goalie, Juliana Nazaro, easily makes the save and punts it out to about the 45-yard line. Arlington's first to the ball. Yeah, that is... Let's see, that is Mahoney. It looks like on the left Arlington midfield we've got number 15, Megan Kerr. Looks like there may be 5 back for the Arlington Spy Ponders to start the game. There's a ball in, and it looks like it's going to be, well, the ref didn't call it offsides, but Claire Ewan, number 0, was quick to grab it. Let's see if we can figure out this lineup. Number 10 for Arlington, the center back, is a sophomore, Carolyn Days. On the right there with the ball, number 4, is Amelia Manstad, also a sophomore. And number 24 is a junior, Gabriella Bruno. Wilmington on the hunt. There's a feisty cross by number 6. Emma Judel. Oh, here's a breakaway. Ewan out to stop it. There's a shot and a goal. An early goal on a breakaway for the Reading Rockets. That is number 3. Let's see. Is it number 3? Alex Mayer, senior captain, with the goal. Reading goal number 3, senior captain Alex Mayer. So Alex Mayer with the goal to start the game for the Rockets. And as we predicted, the Rockets, and here's Mayer again, and she dumps a ball in, and Ewan has to come out and get it, and she does, and a nice blast by Ewan. Ooh, and that almost went deep to the Abigilio, but it didn't get through. So the Rockets are certainly here to play. They take the 1-goal lead early in the game. There's Sophia Sala. Nice play by Bruno. Back to Manstad. Manstad over to the right midfielder, a freshman, Sophie Rutenberg. And look at Rutenberg on the hunt. And Ewan sends it over to Rutenberg. Rutenberg tries to cross it, but she wins the corner kick. Excellent, excellent play by the freshman Sophie Rutenberg. Coach Paul Austin has got a number of freshmen back out there on the starting lineup, or at least a couple. We see Sophie Rutenberg on the right. She is a freshman. And Michelle Mahoney, number 16 on defense, is... I know Michelle is a sophomore. We'll get more information on the Mahoney child as the game progresses. There's a nice cross ball in the middle, and there's a goal off the cross by Megan Kerr, and a beautiful corner kick that sent it in. And Arlington is on the board with a quick goal by number 15, Megan Kerr. Arlington goal number 15, Megan Kerr. So Megan Kerr ties it up at 1-1, and this is going to be an up-and-down battle, much like we expected. Here's some fantastic action so far. Good corner kick. I think we're going to have a replay to see who made that beautiful corner kick, but it shot across to Kerr, and Kerr just buried it. As we had expected and anticipated. So, no substitutions yet in the game. And Arlington is back on the board. There's Ewan, who takes a nice touch and tries to send it into to Sophie Morris. And Morris is running on the ball. And look at Morris go. And did she win the corner? Okay, there it is. There's what that little extra effort will give you, as Sophie Morris ran hard on that long ball in from Abigail Ewan. And here we have another corner kick. Okay, so this solves the mystery as to who got the assist on the first goal by Megan Kerr. It's Natalie Fayola, number 3. She sent that corner kick in on the first ball beautifully. And here she is again with the big left foot, and Arlington threatens. Fayola sends it in, and nobody can get a foot on it, but it comes back out to Fayola. She takes 1 touch, she takes 2 touches, and she sends it in again to Ewan, and Ewan volleys it, but a save, Juliana Nazaro. Oh, are we seeing some action today, fans? All right, let's see if we've got the lineup. Yep, so Kerr is at the left midfield. She's usually a defender, but I guess Austin's got her pinching up. Fayola at the midfield with her, along with the Fayola's a sophomore, along with the freshman Sophia Sala and the other freshman Sophie Rutenberg. We've got Ewan up top with the senior captain, Abigail Ewan, up top with Sophie Morris, the sophomore midfielder. Here's Amelia Manstad, another sophomore defender on the right D. Next to her is Gabby Bruno, number 24, a junior, it turns out, a junior defender. And there's Carolyn Days, number 10, a sophomore, usually a midfielder or a striker, but I guess this season, with the loss of last year's indomitable Elizabeth Horgan, someone has to step in and and play that center mid. And it looks like the job this year might rest with Carolyn Days, a sophomore. That's a tall order, but we've got a first substitution, number 23 for the Rockets. Rockets substitution, number 23, Gianna Carciero. So Carciero is in the contest for the Reading Rockets. We are 10 minutes almost into the game, and it has been a thriller so far. Days looks to clear it, and the first ball is met by Reading, and that's always dangerous. And Days has to come over and sweep it out. Kerr takes a beautiful beautiful Megan Kerr. One touch and move. Look at Austin's team go. And here they go, and Ewan is on the hunt. This could be a problem. Nope. Nice play by number 9, who clears it over and keeps the ball in play. That's Jillian Szymanski, a senior captain. Beautiful play by Jillian with the left foot. And there's an offside. The ref got that one. Number 25, Alexis Palermo, a junior, was pulled offside for the Rockets. So we have some good action so far. Days doesn't get a lot of wood on that one. And it ball sails to midfield where it's loose. Rutenberg with a win. Sends it over to Sala. Sala back to Rutenberg, but it doesn't connect. Beautiful attempt there at a combination with the two freshmen, Sophia Sala and Sophie Rutenberg. Okay, Arlington on the hunt. There's a nice touch by number 13, Kayla Jose. She's one to watch. They're keeping her in the backfield now. There's a ball, and Ewan is in alone, and she's onside. Abigail Ewan. No goal! She was challenged beautifully by Juliana Nazaro. Ewan has been a scoring force this year. She's got 7 goals in the first 3 games. And today we have a challenging matchup for her and the rest of the Spy Ponders squad, as the Rockets are certainly here to play. Arlington has yet to go to its bench, and Reading has gone to its bench once. There's a nice challenge by Fayola. Look at the size difference between Natalie and number 7 for the Rockets. A big kid, nice-looking player, Alexis Brown, a sophomore. Alexis was outstanding last year as a freshman, and her presence is already being felt on the field today for the Reading Rockets. Here's a free kick by Sophie Morris, number 25, as she looks to send it in, and she chips it in beautifully, but it's again met by the Rockets, and here they come. There's a nice ball by Alexis Brown. She tries to send it in deep. Days is back to get it, and Days will play it just outside. Oh no, she plays it over to Rutenberg, who takes a beautiful, look at that, a beautiful touch by Sophie Rutenberg, and she's thinking what she's going to do with it before it even comes to her. So Arlington kicks it out to the midfield, but Alexis Brown is there. Alexis is a big presence today. There's a nice pullback by Fayola. She dishes it over left to Mahoney. Mahoney's got her head up. She goes back to Fayola. Fayola goes deep to Megan Kerr, and look at Kerr on the hunt. Kerr is on the hunt. And Szymanski has to dump it out of bounds, and now it's going to be an Arlington throw. Mahoney takes it. She's looking for Ewan, but she elects to go back to Fayola. Fayola with a nice little move with the left foot. Fayola, a crafty little striker, a midfielder there. She owes us a goal, and I'm sure her goal will come this season. We've got a substitution that looks like coming in for the Reading Rockets. It looks like it's going to be a senior, Julia Luby. There's Sophia Sala, the freshman. She's bumped off the ball nicely by number 3, Alex Mayer. There's a ball in deep. Days has got to make a decision here, and she looks like she makes the right one. Conservative decision. She sends it out of bounds. It's going to be a Reading throw. And here comes the substitution, number 17 for the Reading Rockets, and that is Julia Luby. Reading substitution, number 17, Julia Luby. All right, so Luby's in the contest. There's Alexis Brown controlling it. She plays it back to the defense, number 10, Maeve Swanton, a senior captain. but Swanton is going to result in a change of possession. Johnny P. in the house, John Palillo, the proud father of Elisa Palillo, who is, interestingly, it looks like that's Elisa about to come in into the contest. Let's see, I don't know if that's her or not, but someone's coming in. It looks like we're going to see the first Arlington sub. All right, the ball rolls over to little-faced Manstead. Manstead turns it over, but she comes back to win it, and she recovers, and it looks like it's going to rolls over to Rutenberg. Rutenberg, a soft touch back to Manstead. Manstead tries to send it in to Morris. Morris is a little late getting there, but it rolls out on the Reading Rockets, and it looks like we've got our first substitution. But I can't really make out who that is for certain. Let's see. It looks like it's number 11, Jackie McCarthy. McCarthy is a senior, and she's in as a striker position. McCarthy has a goal already this season. And so she's in to provide some punch, it looks like. And there's McCarthy with a nice touch with the outside foot, but it went out of bounds. Yeah, that's Jackie Mack over there. Ball sent in. There goes Morris on the hunt, number 25. Morris is closing space nicely today. And there's Manstead, who punches it in, tries to find Ewan, but can't. And Fayola is there. Fayola in a classic matchup with Alexis Brown. There's two very strong players. And the ball rolls out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick for the Reading Rockets. Behind the net, the man with the camera, that's Gary Rutenberg, the proud father of the lovely Sophie Rutenberg, and also Tucker Rutenberg, a stellar player also for Arlington High School. The Rutenbergs become Arlington soccer royalty in due course. So here's a free kick. It's going to be taken up by number 13, Kayla Jose. Kayla bats it out to about the 40. It's met there nicely by Kerr. Kerr and Mahoney have been very solid on the left side of the defense. Days with a header, and it's going to roll out, but she hustles and saves the corner kick. Carolyn Days, outstanding. Outstanding. Days from a family of Arlington athletes. Her older sister, Meredith Days, great field hockey player and soccer player. She's off at Michigan. And then William Days, an emerging hockey player and soccer player in his own right. Ball rolls over to Claire Ewan, the goalie. She's got the sticky finger. She tries to throw it out to Sophia Sala, the freshman. Sala hustling to get over there, and she does. She sends it over to McCarthy, who looks back to Sala, but a little bit too much mustard. Nice run by Sala off the ball. She almost collected that, which could have created a scoring opportunity for the Spy Ponders. All right, we're 1-1 game. We're almost 20 minutes. We're almost halfway through the first half, and it's been an up-and-down contest. There's Alexis Brown. Brown using the body nicely, looking at her size, sends a beautiful ball into the corner, but Alexis just a little bit too much mustard, as we say here in Arlington. Nice run by Maeve Swanton to try to hunt it down, but the ball rolls out of bounds, and it's going to be a goal kick for Claire Ewan, the freshman. Morris comes over, it looks like, to talk to the coach, and it's going to be an opportunity for number 14, Elisa Palillo. And Palillo's in the game, and she might get a shot here, as it's going to be a throw-in. Arlington substitution number 14, Elisa Palillo. So Palillo's in the game. We got two substitutions now for Arlington. There's the ref tells Manstead she's got to come more close to the line where the ball went out. Manstead throws it in. She finds Palillo. Palillo can't quite collect it. Bruno nicely speaking with Days. Days sends it softly across to Mahoney. Mahoney softly into Bruno. Bruno looks for Fayola, can't connect. And Sala, look at Sophia Sala hustling back. Oh, and a win for Sala. Very, very nice. Mansted's got to make a decision here. and she shields the Rockets player and takes the ball. She sends it into McCarthy. McCarthy can't collect it. Days is there to meet it, and it goes out off of Rockets. It's going to be a throw-in for number 4 for the Spy Ponders, Little Millie Manstad. Little Millie Manstad is the sister of Insa Manstad, who graduated last year as a senior captain and is now playing college soccer for the the Blue Jays of Johns Hopkins University, and they are a very, very strong team. And Manstad has already seen some action as a freshman for the Division III Johns Hopkins Jays. There's a ball in nicely. Ewan tries to hunt it down, and Ewan does win it. She crashes into the goalie. It's no call, and that is Abigail Ewan playing hockey out there, and she got away with it. As her and the goalie, Juliana Nazaro, batted heads. There's Ewan with a shot. Oh, save, rebound. No one's there for the rebound, but Ewan with a blast. And a beautiful save by Juliana Nazaro. Reading save number 0, Juliana Nazaro. Nazaro with an amazing save on a Ewan blast after the two of them collided full speed, and we've had some amazing action already so far in this contest. Here's Fayola with another corner kick with the lefty, a beautiful one. Ewan can't get there, but McCarthy almost gets a foot on it. She can't get there. Fayola with a drive, it's blocked, and Arlington is all over him now, but Manstad sends it in just to the left of the net. And some good scoring opportunities, some good pressure there for the Spy Ponders. The free kicks, it looks like, are being taken by this one anyway. It looks like it's going to be, is that Juliana Luby? It looks like it's either Luby or let's see. Big Ian in the house. Big Ian is in the house. All right, Morris tries to send it in deep to Palillo. She can't get there, but McCarthy has a nice ball, and she sends it into Palillo, and look at Palillo on the hunt, and that's what the extra effort will get you, an Arlington throw. So we're going to have a throw-in for McCarthy. She sends it over to Sala, but the ref didn't think she was in the correct position, so we're going to have a redo on the throw-in. Here comes the chuck. Palillo tries to send it, as she does, she dummies it over to Ewan. Ewan over to Sala, who takes a left foot shot. Doesn't get a lot of mustard on that, but maybe she was looking for Palillo in there to chip it in. Hard to say, but in any event, it's going to be a goal kick. It's blasted out by Nazaro. She sends it to about the 50. It's met beautifully by Fayola. Fayola tried to get it over to Sala, but Sala couldn't get there. There's 2 men offsides, but the ref lets it go, and it's going to be a goal kick for Claire Ewan. The Ewan name has been synonymous for many years with excellence in Arlington athletics. Clark Ewan is playing, I think, football at WPI. I could be mistaken. Abby's a senior captain, and Claire has come along nicely. They're all multi-sport athletes. There's a ball into about the 40 by Ewan, and it's won by Manstad. Manstad picks her head up. She looks for Sala, and she can't get it over to her, but it's going to be out of bounds on the Rockets, and it's going to be a throw-in for number 4, Millie Manstad. Manstad sends it in. Ewan tries to get over there. She can't get there. Palillo is on the hunt, and Ewan is taken out of the play, and it's no call. And is that Ewan? Yeah, she didn't like it. She did not like it, as she was hip checked. They've got her number. They've got Abby's number today. It looks like they're marking her pretty closely. That's what happens when you get off to a strong start in the season. And so things have settled down a little bit here. We're about more than halfway through the first half. It's 1-1. Arlington got its first goal on a blast by Megan Kerr. Arlington family royalty, the Kerr name, the matriarch, Peggy Kerr. We don't see her here today, but she was here, at least the rumor has it, for one of the games earlier in the season. When Peggy's in the house, there's an electricity in the air here in Arlington. But we have not seen Peggy today. But we'll look. Maybe we'll try to get her up in the booth later on if she does grace our presence here at Pierce Field on this lovely afternoon, lovely day for soccer. A little bit warm, but very, very nice. All right, there's a throw in for Millie Manstedt. She does find Palillo. Palillo puts a head on it, and it's played nicely by number 17, Julia Luby, who lets it roll out. So it's going to be a throw-in for the Rockets. It looks like the Rockets are coming in with another substitution. We'll try to figure out this number shortly. Oh, it's a free kick, and it's blasted by Kayla Jose. A beautiful ball into the corner. Look at that. She finds number 25, Alex Palermo, a junior. But Palermo ran out of real estate and couldn't reel it in. And here comes another substitution. It looks like it's going to be Maggie Crimmins for the Spy Ponders. No, it's Petra Ypsilantis and Maggie Crimmins come into the game. Arlington substitution, number 17, Petra Ypsilantis, and number 12, Maggie Crimmins. So Crimmins and Ypsilantis are in the game. Crimmins comes in at midfield, and Petra Ypsilantis, a senior, comes in as a striker to help out Abby Ewan. Morris gets a blow, and Austin's got lots of weapons, and he's using them today. There's a nice ball by Kerr. Kerr fighting for it. There's a nice touch by Fayola. Fayola, gorgeous play, but it looks like she might have got a hand on the ball. And I didn't see it, but it's going to create a dangerous opportunity here. A free kick for Kayla Jose, the junior. And Kayla can do lots of magic with her feet. Let's see what she does here. It looks like the set piece is going to be, she's going to be sending it in to Alexis Brown, number 7. But let's see what Brown does. Yeah, Brown's running on it, and there she is, Brown, but she was offsides, and the ref saw it. Yeah, the ref saw it. He had his hand up, even if Brown had snuck in there, which she didn't. So Ewan has got a free kick. The Spy Ponders look good. That first little mix-up early in the game led to a goal, but since then the Spy Ponders defense have settled down nicely. It's going to be a free kick for Carolyn Days, the sophomore. Days, there she goes. She puts some mustard on it, sends it over to the 50, but the first ball is met by the Rockets. Ewan with a nice turn and a beautiful play. Oh, she tried to find Petra Ypsilantis, and there's Petra going for it hard. A head ball goes the wrong way, but Days is there to save it. And Crimmins with a beautiful touch. And she tries to send it over to Palillo, but the ball rolled out of bounds. So it's a throw-in for the Rockets. Manstedt tries to meet it, but can't. Crimmins lets it roll back to Days. Days boots it out to over the 50. And Ewan is on the hunt, and there goes Ypsilantis on the hunt. And the pressure causes a throw-in for the Spy Ponders at around the 40-yard line. Another throw-in for the Ponders. There's Ewan on the hunt. She tries to take a left-footed shot. She's not stopping. And Palillo on the hunt. And it looks like it's going to be a Rockets throw. Arlington is certainly putting the pressure on the ball today. There's been no let-up. The girls are very, very fired up. And Reading has met the challenge so far, but if Arlington can keep up this sort of pace, they should break in here. Ewan tries to send it over to Ypsilantis. Ypsilantis with a win. She sends it off with the left foot, and Kerr is hungry but can't get there. And here comes Kerr. Okay, Alexis Brown takes it up. Alexis has got 2 people on her, and she still comes away with it. But a beautiful play by Mahoney. A first ball by number 16, Michelle Mahoney. Mahoney sends it into Sala. Sala with a beautiful ball into Palillo. Palillo with a drive. Goal! Elisa Palillo! From the freshman, Sophia Sala. Oh, Sophia Sala sent her in so beautifully. Unbelievable. Arlington goal number 14, Elisa Palillo. From the freshman, Sophia Sala. Beautiful goal for the Spy Ponders. Outstanding. And the Spy Ponders take a 2-1 lead. getting a lot of static. Is that all right? It's annoying, but it's... Huh? Is that good?
This camera, the camera.
What? The what?
Who's on the camera?
ACMi. It's the local cable network. I'm going to send you the link. It's on TV. Okay, here we go. It looks like it was a Reading timeout. We're back and rolling. Alex, we good? We're rolling? All right, here we go. All right, so we've got 11 minutes left in the first half. It is 2-1 on a beautiful goal. Sophia Sala, the freshman, just sent in Elisa Palillo, and Palillo finished. Sala has yet to have a break today. Look at her out there fighting for the ball. And here she comes away with another win. A nice little play by Fayola. Fayola is playing some nice short balls today. The Fayola kid seems to understand what's going on here. Here comes a beautiful ball sent in by number 9 for the Rockets, but it's broken up. Jillian Szymanski. And there goes Petra on the high. Look at Petra. No. Who's going to be? It looks like it's going to be Rockets' ball, but Ypsilantis was certainly aggressive there and almost won that 50-50. It's going to be a throw-in for number, looks like, let's see who this is. Here comes a substitution for the Rockets. It looks like it is number 26. Alyssa, oh my goodness, this name is going to be difficult to pronounce, but I'm going to give it a try. Alyssa Putnowitz. Number 26, let's give her an announcement. Alyssa Putnowitz. Okay, number 26. She is a junior. Reading substitution, number 26. Alyssa Putnowitz. All right, so Alyssa's in the game, and Arlington is not. Let's see. Is there a substitution in? Nope. Looks like Millie Manstad is hobbling a little bit, but she's still in the game. And Fayola plays it short to Mahoney. Mahoney sends it over to Fayola, but the ball rolls out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for number 8 on the Reading Rockets, Meg Gilgun, a junior. Gilgun looks very strong back there at right defense. Next to her is number 9, the captain, Jillian Szymanski, on the defense. Next to her is Kayla Jose, the junior. And then it looks like the other defender back there for the Reading Rockets, I can't quite make out that number, but the defensive line for the Rockets is strong. All right, so Ypsilantis makes the most of her minutes. She did a nice job putting excellent pressure and gets the touches, the high fives from the coaches, assistant coaches Betsy Preval and the illustrious Sean Galvin, helping coach Paul Austin this year as the Spy Ponders look to go to 4-0 in this contest. There's a ball sent in a little bit too deep by number 25, Alex Palermo, a junior, and it rolls to Ewan, who blasts it out to the 40. My goodness. And here comes Ewan and Palillo. Ewan tries to send it in nicely to Palillo. Palillo on the hunt, and she crashes into Nazaro. Palillo is like a bull in a china closet today. Look at her go, and she's back to the midfield. There's Crimmins who meets the first ball, but it rolls over to Palermo, who sends it in. Mahoney's back there strong. Mahoney's very patient, but and Days helps out. So the fresh legs of number, let's see, who is that number? That's Katie Nestor, a senior, number 28. She's putting some pressure on the ball. Oh, is that what it is? So the throw-in is for number 10, Maeve Swanton. I'm going to try to keep the mic a little closer to the mouth here to avoid the feedback. Swanton with the throw-in. We're 7 minutes left into the, only 7 minutes left in the first half. Arlington with a 2-1 lead. There's Sala with the left foot. She plays it up into the air. It's met by Palermo. Sala on the hunt, and she keeps fighting for it. Look at her go. There's a ball, and that's not offside. That could have been a dangerous opportunity for the Rockets, but the ball rolled a little bit out of bounds. Over there on the left-hand side, chasing it down, was number 19. Although I don't see her. Let's see who that is. Don't see her number on the roster. All right. Sala takes a touch. She tries to send it in to Palillo. Palillo takes a nice touch. She tries to send it back to Sala. It rolls to Manstad, who makes a nice little chip in, but it's met by the Reading defender. And here's a breakaway from Morris, who's got the big left peg. She takes a drive and a save. Nazaro, a beautiful save. Save Nazaro. Nazaro with a beautiful save on the Morris drive. And it's going to be a corner kick, and this one is also going to be taken by Fiola with the left peg. Fiola has really shown that she can dump it right in there into the box, and here she goes again. It's up nice and high, and it's going to be an opportunity, but it rolls across over to the Reading defender, and Manstad gets back. She sends it over to Days. Days takes a touch. She sends it into Fiola. Fiola takes a touch. She sends it over to Crimmins. Crimmins dumps it over to Mahoney. Mahoney tries to send it in to Kerr. Kerr trying to shield it. And the ball is going to be, it's going to be a free kick due to the assault by Sophie Morris on that poor Reading defender. There's a free kick sent in deep. Mahoney's over there to get it. Days covers. Days has to make a decision. She tries to chip it over the head, but it rolls out of bounds, and it's going to be a Reading throw-in. Okay, so we're 5 minutes left in the half. Arlington up 2-1, and the ball is going to be a goal kick, and number 28 for the Rockets, Katie Nestor, the senior, did not like the call. Nestor didn't like it, but that's not going to change anything. And here comes Rutenberg back in the game, and she's going to give a break to Megan Kerr. Arlington substitution, number 2, Sophie Rutenberg, replaces number 15, Maggie Kerr. And we've got another substitution for Arlington. It looks like it's going to be Kayla Dunning. Arlington substitution number 19, Kayla Dunning. So Dunning comes in on the defense. She is a sophomore, emerging player for the Spy Ponders, made it onto the varsity sort of mid-season last year and has made the most certainly of the minutes that she has gotten. There's a ball deep in, but no problem for Sticky Fingers Ewan. So Claire blasts it again, and here again she gets it to just about the 50, but it's met beautifully by Alex Palermo. Palermo sends it in, and Elisa Proputnowitz is on the hunt, and Proputnowitz wins it, and she tries to send it in, but she shoots it just wide. So a wise substitution, it looks like, for Reading. Proputnowitz has put some good pressure on the Arlington defenders. We're just about done with the first half, a little bit over 3 minutes left. Ewan with a free kick, and she tries to send it up. It goes to Rutenberg. Rutenberg plays it nicely over to to Mahoney, but Mahoney cannot collect the ball, and here comes the throw for the Rockets. Rutenberg tries to hit it with her head, but instead hits it with her nose, and it goes out of bounds. Not her finest moment. All right. Oh, a nice little nifty pullback there by Mayer. Mayer tries to send it in, but Ewan is there, and Claire Ewan has really been steady today. She is locked in back there. They're going to need a nice scoring opportunity to beat her. Ewan sends it over the 50 to her sister. That was a play they've probably worked on in the driveway at the Ewan home. And Ewan did get it. Morris plays it nicely over to Fayola, but Fayola can't get there. Manstadt goes back. She heads it, interestingly, out of bounds. Conservative play, and it's going to be a Rockets throw-in. Okay, so we're down into stoppage time. 2 minutes left in the half. It's 2-1 Arlington. And it looks like Austin is trying to go to one of his freshmen actually, Maya Patel-Massini. Patel-Massini is the younger sister of Nirvan Patel-Massini, who's a varsity player, a sophomore. Maya is a freshman, and she's waiting to come in. She may not get the opportunity. Here's Rutenberg with some space. She tries to send it into Ewan, but does not realize perhaps that the kids with the black shirts are on the other team. All right, so it's going to be a throw-in for the Rockets. And ball played over into the center field. Doubleheader by number 26, Proputnowitz. And the ball looks like there's some sort of call here or some sort of discrepancy. Okay, so it's going to be, a free kick here for the Reading Rockets, and it's going to be taken by Kayla Jose. And let's see what she can do with it. Looks like it's a set piece. They're going to have someone running off the far post. A beautiful ball by Kayla. Oh, excellent. And she tried to send it in to Alex Mayer, the senior captain, but it didn't quite go through. And so here's Patel-Massini. Let's give her a big hand. Arlington substitution, the freshman Maya Patel-Massini. Patel-Massini comes in at defense. It looks like she is wearing shirt number, let's see, hard to see what shirt number she's wearing. Days tries to, and does successfully, and Carolyn Days with a beautiful play there on Katie Nestor. She really ran the bigger kid off the ball, and it results in a goal kick for Ewan. We are in stoppage time in what has been a beautiful first half of soccer. Arlington went down 1-0, but came back with two beautiful goals, and as a result, looks like it may go into the first half with a 2-1 lead. Ball rolls out of bounds on Reading, so it's going to be, it's Reading ball. And so they may have another opportunity here late in the first half. Cleared out or attempted to be cleared out. There's a shot deep to the far post. Ewan, but sticky fingers. Claire Ewan came out. She is, for a freshman, a very brave young lady. She plays it into Morris, and Morris has got some time. She shoots it square over to Mahoney. Mahoney sends it into to Rutenberg. Rutenberg on the hunt, and there's a souvenir for someone from Arlington. Okay, folks, we are at the half with Arlington, 2-1, a beautiful half of soccer. We're going to take a break here, and we'll be back for second half action from Pierce Field in Arlington with the score, the Spy Ponders 2 and the Reading Rockets 1. Okay, folks, we are back here for second half action, and we see some Cheryl Kerr in the house. Cheryl Kerr in the house. So Cheryl Kerr is in the house, and it looks like she came in with Karen Ewan. Although they may have been here in the first half. We've got a big crowd here in Arlington today for what has been an excellent matchup. Austin, it looks like, is going with the same starting lineup he had in the first half. Oh no, Rutenberg's in to start the second half. So he's got two freshmen on the outside, it looks like. Morris and Ewan are up top, and on the outside, on the right-hand side here, oh no, it's Sophie Rutenberg on the right and Megan Kerr on the left. And then it looks like he's got Fayola eating up the midfield. And Gabby Bruno still back in the backfield, and the Rockets have got to turn it up a little bit. There's the speedy Carolyn Days getting over to that first ball. She tries to send it into Rutenberg. Rutenberg with a nice little touch towards the middle, and Ewan is on the hunt, but it is taken by Maeve Swanton, the senior. Swanton has had a very steady game today. She tries to send it in and does to number 28, Katie Nestor. And the ball rolls over to Claire Ewan, who picks it up, and we're going to see a punt from Claire Ewan, and it is thunderous as it's over the 50 and almost back to the 40 as Ewan really got some, gave that one a ride. Patel Massini has stayed in the game. Maya Patel Massini, who came in late in the first half. There's a nice square ball by Bruno. Bruno over to Sala. Sala tries to dump it in softly to Morris, but it rolls out of bounds. Nice idea by Sophia. Rockets throw. It's taken in nicely by Alex Mayer. Mayer tries to send it back. Ewan with the win. She sends it over to Fayola, but Fayola can't collect it, but she sends it into Morris, and Morris is in alone, and Morris was offside, so she shoots the field goal. We'll give her credit for the field goal, but it's not going to come up on the scoreboard here. A, because she's offsides, and B, because we don't have field goals in soccer. So the score in that case remains 2-1. It's going to be a free kick taken by Redding. Number 9, the senior captain, Jillian Szymanski. Szymanski blasted up to about the 50, but met there beautifully by Rutenberg. Rutenberg tries to send it into Morris and does softly, and there goes Morris on the hunt. It's going to be Morris and Szymanski, and Morris hunts it down beautifully and wins the throw-in for Patel Massini. So here's Patel Massini, number 7, a freshman. She takes a bunny hop, and the ref doesn't call it. That throw was certainly illegal, but they can work on that in practice. Sala takes a beautiful touch, plays it square over to Kerr. Kerr tries to dump it back to Fayola, but can't do it, and it's blasted out by Alexis Brown. And here come the Rockets. A beautiful shield there nicely by number 25, Alex Palermo, but it's broken up by Carolyn Days. Oh, there's some magic. There is some magic by Kayla Jose, and Jose sends it in, and there's a shot, and it's a save. Ewan. Arlington save, number 0, Claire Ewan, the freshman. So Ewan with a nice save. She's had a nice game, but that was a beautiful combination there by the Reading Rockets. And it looks like this second half is going to be a contested matter, without doubt. Ewan tries to get over there. Oh, and a scoring opportunity there for number 3, Alex Mayer, but she chipped it over the net and fanned on the shot. So it's going to be a goal kick for Ewan. Ewan tries to send it to the midfield. It's Alexis Brown sends it back, perhaps accidentally, and Maeve Swanton's got no choice but to kick it out. It's going to be a throw-in for Maggie Kerr. Kerr sends it over to Fayola. Fayola with a nice pop over to Sala. Sala wins the ball, but it looks like it's going to be a push on Sala. And so the freshman questioning the call, but keeping her composure. And so here comes a free kick for the Rockets. Great action thus far, as we anticipated. Ball sent in by the Rockets, met there by the thigh of Rutenberg, who tries to send it into Sala, the freshman to the freshman. Dave sends it over. Oh, beautiful play by Gabby Bruno. A one-touch over to Rutenberg, but Rutenberg couldn't get there to keep it in. Very, very nice by Gabby Bruno, anticipating where it needed to go and getting it there. And Bruno buries number 3, Alex Mayer, with the elbow to the kidney and gets away with it. And here's a battle. Kerr tries to win it, but no, it's going to be the Rockets' ball. So second half action, Arlington up 2-1. We've got some beautiful coverage, ladies and gentlemen. Today our camera, operated by the famous Carlos Abreu Levine, And here comes a substitution for Arlington. It looks like it's going to be Petra Ypsilantis coming in for Sophie Rutenberg, and Patel Massini takes a break. So good minutes for Patel Massini, and now he's got the starter Amelia Manstedt back in the game. Looks like she might have a Charlie horse or something. Little Millie Manstedt, they call her Little Face, and it looks like Little Face is hobbling a little bit, but Austin going with the more experienced. Oh, there's a beautiful roll by Sophia Sala. And there's a ball sent in. Manstedt is beautifully shields away Alex Palermo, and Claire Ewan came out and took it. And there's Ewan with another ball over the 50. And here come the Spy Ponders as Petra Ypsilantis is bumped up. And Alexis Brown takes it away. She tries to send it in to number 25, Palermo, but Palermo can't collect it. And little Millie takes it in. She throws it over to, it looks like number 5. That's Julia Hazen. Julia Hazen is in the game. I think. Let's have a peek at that. Yeah, that is number 5, Julia Hazen. To substitution number 5, Julia Hazen. So Hazen's in the game. Days plays it over towards the middle, and it's taken by Kayla Jose, who sends it nicely over to. No, that's Kayla Jose, and here comes a break for. Oh, Claire Ewan again. Claire Ewan came out and took it away from Alex Mayer, and Claire Ewan has been the story today. And there's a nice little touch by Sala. She sends it in to Julia Hazen, who's on the hunt. Look at Julia Hazen fly. That kid's got wheels, and she saves it in. Oh, almost. A great run by the sophomore Julia Hazen. Or is she a junior? She might be a junior. What does it say for Julia Hazen over there? Yeah, she's a junior, number 5. So she's provided some fresh legs for Austin early here in the second half. We're almost 10 minutes in. And Hazen meets the first ball. And here's a throw in for Manstedt. Manstedt tries to send it into Sophie Morris. A nice shield by Sala, who beautifully sends it over with her left foot to Fayola. And Fayola, don't know what was going on there. It looks like she might have been looking for Maggie Kerr, but she put a little bit too much mustard on it, and it rolled easily over to Juliana Nazaro, who takes a beautiful punt well over the 50. The first ball is met by Mahoney, who's been very solid today. And so as a result, the ball is free at the midfield. Brown takes it. She shoots it in, and they're on sides, and here comes a potential run, but it ran away from number 6, Emma Jadul, the sophomore. So here we are, almost 10 minutes into the second half. Hazen tries to get ahead on it, but it rolls out of bounds. It's going to be Rocket's throw. Nice shield by Bruno. The ball rolls back to Days. Days sends it over the midfield. Sala with a gorgeous touch. She turns and she sends it beautifully into the corner softly, but Morris cannot get there. And an elegant idea, but the ball just rolled a little bit too far away. Hazen in the fight for the ball, and it's going to be an Arlington throw. And let's see some transition here for the Spy Ponders. There's a nice throw. Oh, Morris takes a beautiful touch. She sends it across. No one on the far post, but Maggie Kerr is over there. Kerr sends it into Ewan. Ewan with a header, and it's a save. Nazaro off the header by Abigail Ewan. And Nazaro blasts it across the 50. Bruno can't get there, but Manstedt does. Manstedt shoots it into Fayola. Fayola with the head up. She tries to send it into Megan Kerr. Rolls to the Rockets, who kick it out of bounds, and it's going to be an Arlington throw. There's a nice throw in by Mahoney. It rolls back to Arlington. Mahoney keeps fighting. And it squiggles out of bounds off the Rockets. Kerr tries to send it over to the midfield, and she does. It's collected nicely by Bruno, number 24. And here come the Rockets the other way, but the speedy Days is there, and Days has to play it. A very, very nice aggressive closing of the space there by Alex Mayer, the senior captain, forced Days to play it out of bounds. That extra hustle by the well-disciplined Reading Rockets. There's a throw-in for the Rockets. It's met there nicely by Millie Manstad, and here's some space for Fayola, who plays it over to Sala, who takes a one-touch over to Morris, but it goes off her belly. Manstad is there. Nice another touch by Fayola. Fayola can play with both feet. She tries to send it over to Julia Hazen. Hazen is on the hunt, and it looks like Crimmins is coming back into the game for the Spy Ponders. Number 12, Maggie Crimmins, a sophomore. Days shoots it up to the middle. It's met there nicely by Hazen, and Hazen got a head on it, and it went out off of the Rockets. So here comes Maggie Crimmins. Crimmins comes back into the game for Julia Hazen. Arlington substitution number 12, Maggie Crimmins, replacing the junior, Julia Hazen. So Crimmins back into the game. Now some nice minutes for Hazen. It looks like Austin's got a couple words for her. Morris pops it into the air for Ewan. Ewan is crunched from behind by number 9. Let's see who that is. That's Jillian Shemansky. Ewan didn't like it, but she rolls off it. And here comes Alexis Brown. Brown sends it in nicely to Katie Nestor, and Nestor wins the throw-in for the Rockets. Okay, so we're inside. There's about 27 minutes left in the game. It's been a doozy. The Rockets are certainly not done, and Days is working hard, clearing it out. She plays it over to Morris. Morris sends it into the Abigilio, but she's not there first. And here comes a play. It looks like it's offsides, and the ref did call it offsides, fortunately, as little Millie Manstad drew the defender. Drew Alexis Palermo offsides. A smart play pulling up by Millie Manstad. Ewan sends it into the 40, and it looks like Crimmins can't get there. Sala wins the ball and plays it beautifully into Morris. Morris is on the hunt, and Morris wins the throw-in for the Spy Ponders. Sophie Morris has put some very, very good high pressure. Oh, no, they call it the other way, and Morris didn't like it. Morris did not like it and does not like it. Manstad is there. The ball rolls towards the middle. There goes Fayola on the hunt, but number 10, the ever-steady Maeve Swanton, the senior captain, who's been everywhere today. And look at Swanton. Swanton has held court today over on that defense for the Rockets. And Manstad overruns it, but she's covered nicely by Bruno. And there's a ball shot in. And look at Claire Ewan again. Claire Ewan has owned the box today. Absolutely owned the box. The very quick and versatile goalie. Days sends it over to Manstad. Manstad tries to send it over to Crimmins. Crimmins keeps it in. No, she can't keep it in. And it's going to be a Rockets throw-in. Throw-in is taken by number 8, Meg Gilgun. Gilgun sends it over to Kayla Jose. Jose's got the time and the space and the skills to do what she wants to do with it. She sends it beautifully over to number 28, Katie Nestor, but Nestor can't collect it. And the Rockets are playing some good soccer in this second half. Arlington has got their work cut out for them, as the Rockets are certainly here to play. It looks like we've got a substitution coming in for the Rockets, and we'll try to figure out who that is momentarily. Days shanks it up to about the 40. And the steady Michelle Mahoney sends it beautifully over to Sala, who doesn't waste any time and sends it over to Crimmins. Crimmins opens up with the ball and sends it into the goalie, but Nazaro is there. She sent it into the box. Morris kind of wanted that diagonal run into the corner. She didn't get it. It looks like Crimmins decided to go to Ewan, but Nazaro was there to shut it down. Manstad plays it back to Days. It's beautifully closed by Kayla Jose. And here comes Nestor, who's a big kid. And Mahoney puts an elbow to her head and gets away with it, and Nestor didn't like it. So Mahoney, a little bit like her chippy father Max Mahoney and mom Lisa Mahoney, has shown a chippy side today, but she's locking it down beautifully for the Spy Ponders. Mahoney's brother, Sean Mahoney, also a varsity soccer player here in Arlington, and I think there's a bunch of other Mahoneys around somewhere. Ewan and Nestor in a fight, and they're going to give that one to Maeve Swanton. Swanton, as we said, has done an amazing job today on the defensive end. She gets her first break of the day. Well deserved, and it looks like we've got a substitution for Swanton. It's going to be number 26, Elisa Palillo. Palillo had a nice first half, and she sends it deep into the box. Mahoney is there, and she goes back to Days, who sends it up to Kerr. Kerr does a little bit of a dipsy-doodle there, not really sure what that was all about, but the ball went out of bounds, and it's going to be a throw-in for number 10, Maeve Swanton. So Swanton did not come out. She's back in the game. Now that was a short... Oh, no, it's Nestor who came out with the break. So Swanton is still in the game. Swanton and Nestor, very nice defenders for the Rockets. First ball met by Millie Manstadt, and Bruno sends it out to midfield where it's met by Ewan. Ewan in a fight with Brown, and Ewan wins it. And there goes Morris on the hunt. Morris with, again, some great high pressure up top, causing the Rockets to send it out. And here comes a substitution for Arlington. It's going to be Jackie Mack. Jackie McCarthy comes in for Megan Kerr. Arlington substitution number 11, Jackie McCarthy. Replacing number 15, Megan Kerr. Some pressure up top by Abigail Ewan, and that wins a throw-in for the Spy Ponders. Mahoney sends it in to McCarthy with her first touch on the substitution. She promptly dumps it out of bounds onto the foot of assistant coach Betsy Preval. So McCarthy's in there with the fresh leg. She's feisty. There's a nice square ball by the Rockets. It's beautifully played in by Alex Mayer. Mayer has sent it in to number 6, Emma Jadul, and Maggie Crimmins threw the elbow to the ribs and got the Arlington throw-in. Oop, what happened there? It looks like a foul on Manstadt, number 4. And so here's a dangerous opportunity for the Rockets. The free kick is going to be taken by Kayla Jose, and let's see what Ewan can anticipate. It looks like it's a set piece. Here comes it looks like it's a run off the far post for the Rockets, and there it is, and it's squeaking in for the ball. Almost a nice play. She was looking for Alex Mayer, but Mayer couldn't get there, and the ball is going to be a goal kick for Arlington. All right, we're almost halfway through the second half. It's been a doozy as the Spy Ponders look to hold on with a 1-goal lead. Claire Ewan tries to send it deep for her sister Abigail Ewan, but Abigail can't collect it, and it rolls to the Rockets. Rockets send it in. Let's see who that's over there. It looks like Mahoney. And Mahoney's back. And oh, here's some fresh legs. Number 23. Who's that over there for the Rockets? Okay, here's Sala up to the midfield. She tries to send Morris in, but it couldn't squeak through. And here comes some possession. A nice play by Bruno. Bruno over to Fayola. Fayola over to, and a beautiful touch there by Morris over to Ewan. And Ewan shoots. It hit the crossbar. Oh, Ewan hit the crossbar. Sala with a tits. Sala with a shot. Oh, she hit the crossbar. 2 crossbars in a row for Arlington. As Sala with a blast and Ewan with a blast. And it would have been a dagger for the Rockets, but it did not happen for the Spy Ponders. As great shots. What? What? Of course I did. You're the best. That was my dinner, you know. That was my dinner. I'll tell you about that later. Oh, members of the Arlington community, we were just joined in the booth by the famous Cheryl Kerr, the proud mother, who visited the booth. All right, so here we are after an exciting series of events, 2 crossbars in a row. First, Abigail Ewan rattled one off the crossbar, which is still shaking. And then Sophia Sala drilled one. So there's a ball in by Ewan. Oh, a nice play by Nazara, who came out as Morris is hungry and Morris is due. Look at Sophie Morris. She is due today. She's been hunting down the balls on the top, putting high pressure all afternoon. On the defense, the Arlington defense has been very, very solid. They had a little mishap early on, and Mahoney in a fight over there, but she can't win it as a great, great fight over there by number 23 for the Rockets. Let's try to get her. Oh, yeah, that's Gianna Carciero, a senior, who has really come alive in the second half. And there's a ball met by Days, sent in by Fayola. Look at Sophia, can't control it, but now Sophia Sala is over there. She takes a one-touch over to Morris. Morris takes a, oh, beautiful idea by Sophie. And Sophie closes it down. And oh, here's a break for Arlington. Sophia Sala, she sends it into Morris. Morris on the cross and wins the corner kick. Beautiful play by Arlington. As Sophia Sala, the freshman, looks like she's been here for 4 years. And here's a corner kick for Sophie Morris. It looks like Jackie Mack is going to try to run the far post. He's got the Abigilio in the box wreaking havoc. And there goes Gabby Bruno in the box, and she can't get a head on it. But, oh no, that was Millie Manstad who tried to head into the box. She could not get a head on it. Mahoney is in a fight with, oh my goodness. Someone is hungry up there for the Rockets. That's number 13. Let's see who that is. Oh, yeah, Kayla Jose. Kayla is hungry. She doesn't want it. She wants to come out of here with at least a point on the road for the Rockets. We are inside the second half of the second half. There's about 17 minutes left, and the excitement is mounting. Sophia Sala pops it into space to herself, sends it into Morris, who tries to flick it over to Abigail Ewan. And there's Sophia Sala fighting for the ball again, and the ball is knocked out of bounds off the Rockets due to the pressure placed by Sophia Sala on the ball. There's a throw-in by, it looks like Mahoney, and a nice ball in, a nice turn by Ewan. Ewan takes a shot over the net, and it's a field goal for Abigail Ewan, but it was a nice turn and shoot by Abby. And Abby is due today. This could be the first game of the season. If she doesn't score that, she has not scored. She scored in all 3 of the first games with 7 goals so far on the season. Senior captain. Okay, here's a clearance ball by the Rockets. Millie Manstad with a nice win. She sends it softly over to Fayola. Fayola takes a touch, takes 2 touches, and sends it beautifully over to Jackie Mack. Jackie with the ball. Jackie takes a touch, tries to send it across, but a little bit askew, and it rolls right into the hands of the sophomore goalie, Juliana Nazaro. Nazaro with a nice punt out to the 50, but it's met again by Manstad. The Rockets send it in and right into the hands of Claire Ewan. Freshman goalie Claire Ewan gives it a ride out to the 50. Fayola is there but can't collect it, but it rolls to Morris. Morris plays it over to Ewan. Ewan has got some time. She sends it into the corner to Jackie McCarthy, but it's taken away by Morris, who wins a corner kick. Sophie Morris. Oh, wait. It looks like they're going to call it a... Yeah, they are calling it a corner kick. So here's another opportunity for the Spy Ponders to place a dagger against the Rockets, and Fayola takes that left peg and dumps it right into the middle, where it goes out of bounds off of Amelia Manstad, number 4. Amelia Manstad looks like she's in a little bit of pain today, but she's dealing with it. And here's a substitution with Elisa Palillo, who has a first half goal. Arlington substitution number 14, Elisa Palillo, replacing number 11. Jackie McCarthy. So Palillo is back in the game. Great minutes from Jackie Mack. And it looks like the Spy Ponders were under 15 minutes left, and they are playing some very, very nice soccer. Sala tries to send the ball into Crimmins, but it's broken up by Meg Gilgun. And here come the Rockets as they're inside the half. Time winding down here. Millie Manstad is going to be taken off the field at the end of this game with a spatula if things keep going the way they appear to be going. There's a handball on number 6, Emma Jadul, but the ref didn't see it, and as a result, it's going to be a throw-in for the Rockets. And there's an elbow to the back, not called, so Katie Nestor gets away with that one. And that's soccer. Goal kick for Ewan. Both teams, both coaches satisfied with their current lineups. No subs on the line. Ewan sends a dribbler to midfield. Abigail goes and gets it. Beautiful coming to the ball by Abby Ewan. And here comes Palillo with the fresh legs, but she's knocked off the ball. And Arlington trying to gain some possession here in the midfield. Sala takes a beautiful touch. She tries to send it into Morris and Ewan, but Nazaro is there. So Nazaro is looking like a very promising goalie, a sophomore. She has used the box very well this afternoon, and her punts have been exquisite. There's another one over the 50. And the ball rolls out of bounds, and despite the efforts of Elisa Palillo, it's going to be a throw-in for the Reading Rockets. Ball shot across. There is Nestor. And it's going to be out off of Arlington. Another Rockets throw in as Michelle Mahoney, who's been solid back there. She's played the whole game at left back. First year on the varsity team, freshman. Very promising young defender for the Rockets. Bruno lets it roll back to Days. Days tries to pop it out to Abigail Ewan, but it goes out of bounds, and it's going to be a Rockets throw-in. Palillo tries to meet the first ball. She can't. Mahoney's over there to help her, and it rolls out of bounds off the Rockets. Arlington throw-in. It's going to be taken by Mahoney with a nice big throw. She finds Palillo. It goes out of bounds off the Rockets. And what do we have there? Looks like it was a foul on Ewan as she threw the noogie. Yeah, it looks like it was a noogie. She threw the noogie to the back of Alex Palermo. Palermo shook it off. Girls will be girls. And so Palermo takes the free kick. She sends it in towards the middle. And here come the Rockets. Here come the Rockets. There's a shot. But Ewan is there to save it. And Bruno and Days were there to lock it down in the backfield. And so the Rockets are fighting. And a nice first ball met by Alex Brown. Millie sends it back in. But it's met nicely by Julia Luby. Here come the Rockets. Palillo tries to send it into Mars, but a little bit too much mustard, and it rolls out of bounds. Good idea by Palillo. Mars can collect the ball out of the air. This time it didn't quite work out for him. Arlington substitution. Gianna Carciero takes a break. And nice shift for Carciero. Okay, so we're running down to about 10 minutes left in the ball game. And it's a one-goal game. Nazaro pretty much in control back there. It's going to take something to beat her. She kicks it out to midfield. Ball can't. Bruno with a nice fight for the ball. She sends it over to Fayola. Fayola plays it short to Bruno. Bruno takes a touch, sends it in beautifully to Sala. Sala plays it in beautifully to Abigail, but Abby can't get there because of the tenacious Maeve Swanton, who was right on her. Maeve Swanton is playing a beautiful game, textbook defense for the Reading Rockets, and Swanton is a senior. Be interesting to see where she plays next year. We'll try to find out a little bit about her with time running down. Okay, let's see. Manstadt sends it in. Crimmins with some nice footwork, and Crimmins wins the ball, but the ref didn't see it that way, and Crimmins didn't like it. Crimmins did not like it. Excuse me. Does Maeve play other sports? Maeve Swanton? Okay. So here comes some substitutions for the Rockets. Alex Mayer is back in the game, as is Jillian Szymanski. Austin tends to stick. Austin is electing to stick with his lineup this game. Manstadt is playing football out there, or hockey. She looks like she's got a couple of Charlie horses and maybe a few cracked ribs, but she is still in the contest and everywhere. Heroic effort by number 4, Millie Manstadt, and the ball rolls out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for her. Well, Manstadt took a chance there, and she got, it looks like number 13, Kayla Jose, threw the elbow to the kidney and got called on it, on Manstadt, and so it's going to be a free kick for Days. Days with a nice boot there. It rolls over to Mars. Mars flicks it into Abigail. Played nicely by Szymanski, and it rolls back and out of bounds off of the Rockets. So the Rockets are going to have to mount some offense here in the last 8 minutes. We know that Arlington wants to go to 4-0. Here's Mars. Mars sends it beautifully across to Abby, and Palillo over the net. A beautiful chip by Palillo. As Abby Ewan tried to get a foot on it, it rolled past her, and it could have been a second goal of the day for Palillo, but it chipped just over the net, and it looks like the Rockets dodged a bullet there. We are under 8 minutes left in the game, and quiet moment. Palillo tries to meet the first ball. It rolls back to Mahoney. Mahoney stays with it. She sends it into Abby, and here's a beautiful touch by Morris. Morris sends it over with the left foot. She sends it in, but Navarro with the save. A nifty little play by Sophie Morris as she chipped it to herself and then got a left-footed shot off, but not enough mustard on it. So the ball rolls out of bounds off of the Rockets. Manstadt tries to send it in deep into the corner to Abby Ewan. Crimmins with a beautiful game today. And it looks like the Rockets got a little bit messed up there as Kayla Jose took one off the noggin. Kayla, though, is okay. She's got the throw in. It's going to go back to Swanton. Swanton's going to take the throw, the senior captain. All right, so what can Maeve do with it? Maeve tries to send it into Kayla. Kayla can't get there, but it rolls up to Katie Nestor. Nestor got the call for the Rockets. 6.5 minutes left, and it looks like Maggie Kerr is coming back into the game, but we've got a timeout called by the Rockets. Very, very good action thus far, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to keep the music off for this timeout and just see what happens here. The Rockets have got to come up with a strategy to get the ball into the box and test Claire Ewan, see if they can even up the score. Austin Spy Ponders have got to follow whatever the sage Paul Austin tells them here. I would think they'd be wanting to certainly keep the ball out of their end and not take any chances back in the bottom third of the field. The Rockets are coached by Jen Hagopian, the varsity coach. Jen's done a wonderful job with this squad. She's assisted by the famous Annie Burns, the assistant varsity coach. And let's see if the Burns and Hagopian team can come up with a strategy here to get the Rockets a goal with 6.5 minutes left, trailing by 1 in the Hornets' nest known as Pierce Field. Over the past several years, the Spy Ponders have not dropped many games at Pierce Field. As I mentioned last year, the Rockets did come out of here with a tie in a very, very exciting game. against an Arlington team that went to the state finals last year for the second time in the past 3 years. So Arlington is a tough team, and the Rockets have always played them tough. But today the Rockets are down by a goal with 6 minutes left and have all the pressure here to score. All the Rocket heavy hitters are on the field. Szymanski's out there with Luby anchoring the defense, and Alexis Brown is back there with them, along with Meg Gilgun, the junior. Maeve Swanton's going to take the throw in. It looks like she's probably going to be looking for Palermo. She may try to send it in to Kayla Jose, number 13 as well. She does go to Jose. Kayla is knocked off the ball. Sophia Sala tries to dump it up. Crimmins on the hunt, and there's a long ball in. But again, Claire Ewan covers the box and takes it away from the charging Emma Jadul and Alex Palermo. Ball rolls to the midfield. Sala can't get there, but Gabby Bruno does. She sends it over to Crimmins. Crimmins with some thought and some time, and Crimmins sends it off of the shin of Meg Gilgun, and it's going to be a throw-in for Arlington, and we're under 6 minutes left in the contest. There's little Millie Manstad. She sends it into Crimmins. Sala tries to boot it into the middle. Goes a little bit into no man's land. Maggie Kerr tries to throw the hip check, but it doesn't work. I guess it does, as it's going to be... No, it's the Rockets' ball. Okay, here come the Rockets. 5.5 minutes left. Mahoney back covering Jose. That's no easy task. Kayla doing her thing, and the Rockets hang on to the ball. There's a bloopy throw-in, but they retain possession, the Rockets. Luby likes the high arc, I guess, on the throw-ins. Here come the Rockets. Beautiful cross by number 6. But Ewan is there. That was a nice fight and a cross by Emma Jadul. And we are at the 5-minute mark. Claire Ewan with a goal kick. She sends it nicely up to about the 40. Met beautifully by Alex Brown. She tries to send it in and does. But Manstad comes away with it. She sends it over to the midfield. Abby takes control of it. She sends it into Megan Kerr. Kerr with the left peg sends it softly and beautifully into the corner to Abby. And a nice play by Megan Kerr, which caused the Rockets to have to kick it out of bounds. So Arlington takes possession. Fayola, who's been steady, plays it off to the midfield to Sala. Sala collects it nicely, but it's taken away by Alex Mayer, the senior. Comes back in for Abby. Abby plays it off the chest over to Kerr. Kerr does a dipsy doodle and sends it beautifully across. And a goal, an all goal. Megan Kerr with the goal. That's what happens. And there is a dagger. Megan Kerr with a fight, and she sends it in. And that is her... Huh? Is that her second of the game? Yeah? She got the other one early, yeah. Arlington goal number 15, Megan Kerr. Megan Kerr, Arlington royalty, and she has got her second goal of the game from the midfield position. So Kerr with a dagger. Arlington goes up 3-1, and there's 3.5 minutes left in the contest. Here's a corner kick for the Rockets, however. It's going to be Palermo taking it with the left peg. Arlington hunkered down there on defense, and there's a ball sent in towards the middle, and Sophia Sala comes away with it. She tries to send it up to Morris, and sent back in. Oh, beautiful sent back in. And there's no offsides there, but oh, Claire Ewan, the heroic Claire Ewan. And she took a fall, but she came away with it. And then a nice punt met beautifully by Alexis Brown. Gabby Bruno tries to play it over to Sala. She can't. Taken nicely by Kayla Jose. Jose tries to dump it in towards the middle, but Mahoney's first there. and she sends it over to Bruno. The Arlington defense very, very solid today. Bruno, Mahoney, Days, and Manstad have just been outstanding on the back line. And there's an offsides on the Rockets. And I tell you, Coach Paul Austin has got to be quite pleased with what he has seen today, as the Arlington defense has just been outstanding. And it looks like Austin is going to try to get Linnea McAllister, a solid defender, back into the game to lock it down at the end. McAllister is, it looks like, going to come in to lock it down if they can get her. I guess there's no substitution on the free throw, so we may not see McAllister today, but we will later in the season. Linnea, an outstanding defender, senior for the Spy Ponders. So we are in stoppage time. Ball met by Faola, who's been solid all day. And Megan Kerr with 2 goals today. We are in stoppage time. Kayla tries to take it into the corner. Can't quite get there. And time is running out, and here comes Linnea McAllister to nail it down for the Spy Ponders. Arlington substitution, the senior Linnea McAllister. Replacing number 4, Amelia Manstad. So Manstad is out. It looks like she was able to get off the field today on her own volition, although we'll see what she can do tomorrow in terms of getting out of bed. And the ball rolls out of bounds. We are, again, in stoppage time with Arlington up 3-1. It looks like Austin's going to come out of here with another win, and he does as the ball game is over. Ladies and gentlemen, your final score, Arlington 3 and the Reading Rockets 1. So we are going to sign off on behalf of Arlington Community and Media Inc., the equipment and crew provided by ACMi, and today's camera operated by Carlos Abreu Levine. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for viewing our game tonight, and we will see you later in the season. I'm Ken Kohlberg, our broadcaster for our local Arlington Cable Television, Arlington Community Media Inc. Thank you, and signing off, Ken Kohlberg.